Well, hello, Tim from down in Florida. Welcome to the call.
Glad to be on. Glad to see some folks.
All right. Well, it's a great thing that you're sharing because in today's world, like we hear Aaron and Milo talking about it quite a bit on the Tuesday call. That 72% of Americans are overweight or obese, and that's about half and half. About half of us are obese, and I mean, I just tell people I'm just too short. That's my problem. Yeah, I'm the right weight. I'm the right
Need
weight.
to grow, get as tall as Milo. That might help out some.
Right? Then I'd be a good weight. Then I'd be a healthy weight. But no, that isn't going to happen. Um, so, I'm sure you're like me, Tim, where you've tried a lot of different things. I remember, when I was growing up, we grew up in the era where, no fat, low fat, everything was no fat and low fat. And you could eat as many carbohydrates basically as you wanted. And gradually, from high school, I graduated. I was 165 pounds. I went to college. I got up to 190. I dropped back down to 170. I went to chiropractic college. I got up to 190. I dropped back down to 175, and that's where I graduated. Um, I got married, and you know, I ate what my wife cooked, and uh, and usually I ate the leftovers because I mean you didn't want to throw it away. I grew up in a time where they said, hey, there's people in parts of the world that are starving. You better eat that. And so that's kind of with how I grew up, the philosophy that I grew up with. And gradually, I just started putting a little bit of weight on. And at one point, Tim, this is funny. I actually went to my dry cleaners and I accused them of shrinking my clothes.
It can happen.
Well, that's what I told him, and he said absolutely not. That isn't real. And he said, have you jumped on the scale? He said you're fat.
I'm
And
sorry to hear. I'd be sorry to hear that if they told me that too. But hey, sometimes
I
facts are facts.
I switched dry cleaners because of that. And they continued to shrink my clothes, so I quit taking my clothes to the dry cleaner. But anyhow, so then after my motorcycle accident, I slipped into a depression, and and I ate, and I didn't exercise because I was in a wheelchair for about 2 years, and gradually I went from that 190 pounds to 274. I was 274 on the first November when I started this program, and
Yeah, I am a
tell
little
us
more. I started a little more than you did. Then yes.
tell us your story, and what's it done for you.
Well, like you, prior to coming to Sizzle, yes, there was a lot of different things I tried. I was in went from high school to college, which was a military junior college. So it was we were doing Army things because it was a 2 year commissioning school that I went to. So in 2 years, I got commissioned as a second lieutenant in the Army and spent several years in the about 11 years in the Army, and then got out. Of course, I got married to Pam uh, while just as we ended our junior college time. And like you say, the activity, the level that I was at when I was in the reserves and in the Army had to keep fit kind of went away after I got out. My activity level dropped some. So I gained some weight, and then my back got messed up. And so gained some weight again, went on and actually tried Weight Watchers, one of those things that people even do now. But back then, they told you you had so many points you had to eat during a day. And I kind of stayed the same weight for a while, hit a plateau, went in and they told me, well, what are you eating and what points are you doing? So I told them what I did. I worked in a grocery store. So really wasn't a whole lot of hunger going on because you work around food like that. You don't get hungry. You don't really want to eat any of the stuff you're working with. And they said, well, when you get home in the evening, you can eat all the points that you haven't had during the day. And I'm going, there, that's not right. There's no way I could eat that much and still lose weight, especially at 7 and 8 o'clock at night. Uh, and so it continued on and lost weight, gained it back, lost weight, gained back, different things. Like you say, you try the Atkins diet, the low carb, the high protein, all this other stuff. And some worked, but only for a while. And then all the weight came back. And so when we first started Sizzle, I was actually at 310. So I was even higher than I was now. And at that time, we had the Sizzling, we had the Slender Pops at that time, and a few things like that, and the accelerator. So I was able to lose 70 pounds at that time and felt good, got the energy. Pam kept saying, "Hey, I want you to be around for a while." And, as time goes through, you start to go do a little different things. I retired from my job, which I was working outside here in Florida. So the temperature and the activities always helped me keep my weight down. Uh, Getting out of that, I wasn't as active again, even though I went for walks and things like that, but started gaining some weight back. And then, of course, last year with the pandemic, not getting out and doing a whole lot of anything uh, kind of added the weight back on. So I was surprised. I know I gained weight, but the first of the year, because of these products, I went on just to weigh and see, and I was surprised that it was back up to 297. Um, and so that was a big shocker right there. And so even before the products came in, I started eating a little bit differently, trying to cut back on, like I say, the breads, the carbs, things like that, cutting back on some of the sugar things. And I started losing well, the first few days lost about a pound, but figuring water weight most of the time. And then after that, it was about a pound a day, or half a pound a day, just because of changing the eating habit. I started walking some more, getting out doing, instead of 15, 20-minute walks, doing 30 to 45-minute walks. Um, the products came in, got on those. And so in the last 3 weeks, I'm down about 14 pounds in weight. So this morning when I weighed, it was 283. So I was happy with that. Then, of course, as always with the weight loss program, you do hit plateaus during the time that you're doing it, or you don't really screw up and eat something you're not supposed to. But I gained a little bit back here and there. What I lost as a half a pound, I gained that half pound back, and so I got that. But also doing the measurements, we've talked about that. It's really important, guys. If you're standing on a scale to find out what you weigh, that's not always true. And sometimes even the scales that you have aren't accurate. Because it was funny, I weighed myself one time, came back 15 minutes later, and it showed me I had lost 5 pounds. I'm going, there ain't no way I could have lost 5 pounds in 15 minutes. But Pam, I've got one of those cloth measuring tapes. And so she measured around the neck, around the chest, the stomach, the hips, both thighs, and both upper arms. And since we've done that, when we measured again this past Wednesday, I'm down just a little over 12 inches overall. So the clothes are fitting better. I'm feeling a lot better, having more energy, not just with the Sizzle Sport, but including the Thin, having a Sizzling in the morning, following some of the recommended foods, having a light snack with cheese or celery with peanut butter. And I like pimento cheese, so I check that. That is something good to have on the keto diet. I always turn the labels. We talk about that on our panels on our products. Well, now we're checking the panels on the food products to make sure what has a carb, what has the fiber, what has the protein, so we can get everything good. But mainly changing the eating habits a little better, getting a little more active, including the Sizzle products again on a more regular basis on all those, because I was taking the Sizzling, but just not as much as I should have. And so we've included all that. And like I said, the activity level is a lot better. And so I'm starting to feel happier about what I'm doing. I know I have a long way to go because I want to get back down to about 220. So we're still talking another 60 some odd pounds to get down there. but I know I can do it. You're muted.
Yep, I just realized that I muted myself out. But I try and mute out, because I'm so used to my dogs running around here and they make so much noise that. But anyhow, Tim, what a great story. And you're going to get back down. How long's it been since you were 220 pounds?
Well, that was back in toward the end of the time I was in the Army, because the weight requirements they had in the Army was at my age and my height, I could be 210, but they also do a body density and all this. And so they raised my maximum weight up to 225. And so I kept it about 220, something like that. So that's why I want to get back down to.
Perfect.
So we're
Well,
talking
thanks.
probably 30 years ago.
Perfect. Perfect. Well, thanks for sharing. We really appreciate it. I'm gonna go right from Tim, because Tim, you seem like you've got it really structured on what you're doing. You're watching what you're eating, and so I'm gonna switch to a friend of mine. 3 weeks ago, um, I I told my friend Cindy, I said, hey, Cindy, I said, here, I said, take this product. I said, don't change anything. I said, Cindy, just take this product. And I said, take it twice a day and see what it does. So Cindy, you're unmuted. Do you want to share your story?
Sure. I was always very slender, very thin, until I got divorced about 4 years ago. And I don't know if it was because my stress level went down or up, but the pounds went up. I went from about 110 to about 180. And 3 weeks ago, Kurt said, here, I want you to try this product. So I got the product and I started it. And in about a week and a half, I lost 6 pounds and I was just jazzed. And then it stalled. And it still stalled. And Kurt and I were talking earlier today, and I'm going to stay away from pasta and bread a little bit more, potatoes. Definitely away from the sweets a little bit more, because I've got a definite sweet tooth. There's no doubt about it. I should own stock in the chocolate factory. But I think with the help of the Sizzling and the Sizzle Thin that I'm taking, I think I can lose the weight that I want to lose before my daughter's graduation in May, which is approximately another 60 pounds. So it's just going to be a little bit of a change in diet. I've started doing a little more activity. I teach, so a lot of my time is spent in front of a computer working with students. And hopefully the weather's going to get nicer here and it's not going to be so cold that you can't stand to breathe outside, so I can get out and do some walking there. But I have faith that this is going to help me and get to where I need to be. And let's just say Kurt's never steered me in the wrong direction. So I think we're going to be good with this.
All right. Well, thanks for sharing, Cindy. And I kind of did it as an experiment because I wanted people to see that the product works even if you don't change anything in your life. And that's exactly what Cindy did. I just gave her the product. I said, here, take these. And she lost 6 pounds. I mean, think about that. What other product do you know of that is that powerful that can do that? And now I'm giving her a little bit of instructions: drop the pastas, drop the starches, get rid of the bread, and all those things. And I know we're going to see the diet just work for her. So let's go down to Australia. I've got my friend Jen on here, and Jen, if you want to unmute yourself, I hit the unmute there. There you go. So if you want to share your story, and I haven't heard your story, so because you just volunteered tonight.
Hi, Kurt. Thank you. Look, I would never have. I'm not one who likes to, say much, but I actually ordered, because in Australia we've only just getting our products this week. I actually ordered some product from America, and it came on the 19th of January, but only the thin, the sport didn't come. So I started on the 19th of January. Now, I was 101 kilos, Okay, I've had a huge amount of stress, all this sort of stuff. So my body under stress will actually put on weight. A lot of people are very fortunate they will lose weight. I don't. I actually store for the famine, you know. So I actually had put on weight, and I sort of thought I really love the thought of it. I've really investigated the products. I really love the composition of them, and I've been, you know, I sort of thought these products are going to work, and I sort of thought so. Right from the very beginning of the year, I have, you know, started doing the good eating plan. So I've cut out all the sugars. I've cut out the bread because I love bread. You know, I mean, most people do. It's a very, very good comfort food. Breads and pastas and sugars and all that sort of stuff. So, you know, I sort of said, no, I'm going to cut them out. So I did, and I started really cleaning up my diet. And I have a pretty good diet anyway. I usually eat very clean anyway, but I fine-tuned it a little bit. So on the 19th of January, I got my product. And oh my goodness, I am actually very, very excited because I've gone from 101 kilos on the 19th down to 96.9 this morning. So I'm very, you know, that's 4 kilos, you know, that's 4 kilos. And in you know, in 10 days, you know, 11 days. And what I noticed was that I've dropped centimeters, and more so even than the kilos, I've actually dropped centimeters. And I sort of thought I must have measured myself incorrectly because I couldn't have dropped that much. You know, like I've lost weight around my neck, you know, like a couple of centimeters on my neck, you know, on my arms, around my bust, my waist, I've lost about 4 or 5 centimeters, you know. And I just sort of think, oh my goodness, this has been a very short period of time. I feel great. And what I've really noticed with it is that, you know, I was one of these people who, you know, after dinner at night, you know, I would sit and listen to a webinar, or because I live on my own. I have a student who lives here with me with 2 little dogs. And, you know, so for me, you know, I'd watch something on TV, I'd watch a movie or something, or I'd have a chat on the phone or something, but I'd love a cup of tea and I'd have something to eat, you know. And do you know what? The sizzle thin, I don't know what it is about it, but I can actually ask myself the question, do you really need that? And I can sit there and I can actually, no, I don't. I actually don't need that. So what it's done for me is actually been able to help me make a decision around, actually, I don't really need that. I actually don't need to get, because I'm a great cook, you know, I love cooking, all that sort of stuff. I cook gluten-free, all that, you know. So, you know, I am a really good cook. And I love what I eat, what I cook, and but I can now make a decision, and so that's been really, really good for me. I feel better. I have better clarity of mind. And a couple of days ago, my products from Australia arrived, and I got the Sizzle Sport. Oh my goodness, that product is phenomenal. I've been getting up very early in the morning and going and doing an art masterclass in the USA. So I've been up at 4 in the mornings. So by, you know, 2, 3 o'clock in the afternoon, I'm waning in my energy source. And the other day I sort of thought, oh, I really need a nap. You know, I'm 63. You know, I don't usually do naps, but you know, I was really tired because I've been up really early. Anyway, my Sizzle Sport had just arrived, so I took a scoop of it. 2 o'clock in the afternoon. Within half an hour, I sort of thought, oh my God, I need to go and do something. I didn't need to have an app. You know, I actually have energy. The difference that it made in clarity in my mind was fantastic. I could come back out. I started painting again. I started a new painting, you know, at that time in the afternoon. And I just sort of thought, oh my goodness, this actually works. You know, it gives you motivation to be able to do something. And that's something that I think is very, very cool, especially for all of us who want to actually lose weight. You know, we get to an age where our body is sedentary. You know, I'm actually, you know, starting to go for a walk again. I've had a very sick dog all week who nearly died. And she's come through because of Sizzle products, mind you, the products that I've got her on. The vet can't believe it, calling her the miracle dog. But, you know, you've got to get that, you know, these products work. And I'm really excited. I can't wait to see what the next 3 months bring.
All
I've got a
right.
goal of 20. I've got a goal of 20 kilos, so that's cool.
But so for all of you that are in America, when she said she lost 4 kilos, that's 10 pounds. When she said she lost 5 centimeters, that's 2 inches.
Yeah.
That's great, and
Yeah.
and different than like like a lot of us in America, we waited till we got our product and we started. You got started on the diet first, and you trained yourself
Yeah.
in on the diet, and then you
Yeah.
start taking the product, and so it's working. No matter how you take it, the
Yeah. Yeah.
product works. You can take it before, you can take it after, you can take it without doing anything, and
Yeah.
it works. It works. So Jen,
Yeah.
thanks for sharing with us tonight, and
My pleasure.
you bet. And I'm going to run over to Janine. Janine is up here just in northern country with me, and so if you want to unmute yourself, Janine, and share your story, what's it's done for you?
Well, I just basically started on it, last weekend? I got the product from you that Thursday, and I was trying to figure out how to dovetail the product and the diet. My husband has diabetes. He's a Vietnam vet, and he has Agent Orange related type 2 diabetes. And so diet is it's a real issue around our house. And so I was trying to figure out how I can get keto like, maybe we should say keto light, into our diet plan, because we don't, on his diabetes, want to restrict his carbohydrates too much, but yet we don't want to overflow the thing. Like we were talking about the pancakes the other day. That was why I was laughing so hard, is because he loves my pancakes so much. And I'm like, oh Lord, I can about imagine what the carb load is on those things. So anyway, I started on Saturday, this past Saturday, and I lost 5 pounds. I'm sure a lot of it was water. And the thing too that someone mentioned, I believe it was the gentleman, it isn't just the weight, it's the composition of the weight. I've always been active in my life. I've been a martial artist for many years. I have high ranking belts in several styles. And so I'm 5'10" in my stocking feet, and I weigh 185 pounds. I lost 5 pounds, and now I weigh 180. I don't care if I weigh 180 as long as it's 90% muscle. And that's what I'm hoping with this product, is that will give me the energy to maintain my exercise regimen. I live out in the country, miles away from everything, so getting to a gym isn't really an option for me. So I have multiple kettlebells and resistance bands and such like things around the house for exercise. And that's what I do every day. I'm yoga, kettlebells, resistance bands. And since I started taking the Sizzle products, I'm like this little buddy, I'm going all the time. So
Right.
I really like it.
All right. Well, and what's your goal weight? You said that I know you don't really have a goal weight. You want to just be able to build lean muscle, but you got to have something in your head that you're saying, this is my target.
150 for me
150.
is the lowest I want to get. If I get below 150 with my build, I'm long, rangy, muscular. If I get below 150, I look skeletal.
Yeah.
So, you know,
Yep.
I used to be 130, and I look like I came out of a camp.
Well, we might want to talk a little bit about the Sizzle Rip product along the way. You and I should talk about that too. So, well, Janine, thanks for sharing.
I have some Sizzle product, I think, that I got a long time ago. It comes in little packets. Is that maybe the post-workout drink or something?
Yep, the Sizzle Ripped.
Yeah, I'll have to take a look at what I've got, and I'll send you a text or an email and let you know what I've got on hand besides what you gave me.
Well, the science behind that is it helps you build lean muscle. I won't get into all the science behind it, but that's what it does. So.
Oh, and one thing I wanted to add, because we forgot to mention this before, the Fucoidan product that I used to get, and I haven't for a while now, that healed my fingernail, that was split down in the growth plate. Those things never, those never heal. And mine did.
With the Fucoidan. Excellent.
Yep.
Perfect. Well, thanks for sharing,
Janine. Took about a year,
Janine.
but it worked.
All right.
You're welcome.
All right. Say hey to Jim for me, and you have a wonderful weekend. All right. Bye-bye.
Okay.
Let's go down to Milo. I'm going to unmute you, Milo, and Milo is part of the team down at Sizzle, and He's going to share his story. He's lost some pretty good weight. He's been on it a little bit longer than the rest of us. And so Milo, after you get done, I've got a couple recordings that I'm going to play, people that couldn't be here tonight, but I want to play their recordings, and then I'm going to have you talk a little bit about the Wealth Builder plan.
Absolutely. Yeah. Well, thank you so much for having me, guys. Yeah, this has been an awesome journey. I've been taking RIP. I'm a Sizzle Thin and Sizzle Thin started October 26th. And I actually, right a week before that, I took a week off and went on vacation. And I started trying to take selfies, just to see. And I saw the first picture I took. I'm like, I need to do something. My weight was just, I'm 6'5", and I, wear my weight pretty well, but just my face, I'm like, I stopped taking selfies, during the whole trip. And I'm like, as soon as I come back, I'm going to start, doing a lifestyle change, not just a weight loss, just a lifestyle change. So as soon as I came back, I started going on this product, doing the studies, listening to Tom Jr.'s formulation and how to take it and everything. So yes, I lost 20 pounds since October 26th. At the same time, I started going to the gym since day one. So we all know that muscle weighs more than fat, right? So I'm putting some muscle on me. So that's why my trainer actually told me that don't pay attention to the scale, because you'll go up and you'll go down. Obviously, you start putting more muscle and the weight will go up because it's obviously it's heavier. So I've been talking to her about what I'm doing, because she's like, you're 44 years old. I'm impressed on how much progress you've been making with the same reps and the weights and the repetitions that I have you do every week. And she asked me, are you doing anything different? What are you eating? And she told me from day one about the keto. I'm like, oh, I've been on the keto here for a couple of days now. So the trainer was actually pushing the keto diet, because that's what she uses herself and for her customers and her clients. So I'm like, I'm doing this, no problem. So when she saw the difference after 2 weeks, I told her, well, I've been taking these amino acids that I work for a network marketing company. This is a name. It's a local company. So she's like, can you bring me some of that stuff? Because I've seen, the improvement on you is just incredible. So I brought her some Sizzle Sport and some Ripped, and she loved it. She's like, where do I buy it? She's been into training for 20 something years. She used to be an MMA fighter. So she's like, every single time that I take any supplements for my muscles, I can feel it, if they work or if they don't work. And I could absolutely feel the energy with Sizzle Sport, and how well my muscles recovered after taking the post-workout or Sizzle Ripped. So we're going to be having her. We actually shot a video with her yesterday, and she is going to be our spokesperson. She's going to be training us, and we'll do little fun videos on how you guys can work out at home. I will do some probably some live videos, and that we're working out for 10-15 minutes, so everybody knows that you don't have to go to a gym. You don't have to spend the money in trainers. It's just something that you can do at home. Exercise for 5-10 minutes, 10-15 minutes, so you guys can see results. So yes, I changed my lifestyle. I follow the keto very rigorous. So I took the breads, the French fries that I love. There's not part of my diet anymore. So the sugar also, start taking my Sizzle Cafe in the morning. That was my breakfast. Around 10 o'clock, I take a couple of string cheese with almonds. That's like a little snack. I go and get a salad, and make sure that there's no croutons or anything like that, and a steak salad or a chicken salad at noon. I get an avocado for my second snack, and then I have dinner. I try not to eat after 7 o'clock. Drink a lot of water, and then go to the gym usually around 8 or 9 o'clock at night. Come back, take my Sizzling at night with my Ripped. I just shake it, take it, down it, and that way, the protein and the amino acids can work while the body's asleep and recovering. So that's pretty much what I do every single day. So it's not that, like you were saying, there's a lot of diets out there. probably 15 years ago, I did some drops. I'm not going to say the name, but you put some drops under your tongue, and you had to eat like what 500 calories a day, which obviously you're going to lose weight if you're just eating 500 calories. And I lost like 36 pounds. But guess what? As soon as I started eating normal, I gained that weight back. So this product that we have, guys, the Sizzle Thin, I take two. In the first 2 weeks, I took two pills before 20 minutes before each meal for the first 2 weeks, and now I'm down to one pill before each meal. So that is a great product that will help as an appetite suppressant. You don't get hungry. You know you have to eat because you want your metabolism to keep working during the whole day, but you don't get hungry at all. You don't have to count calories. You don't have to weigh your food. You don't have to do a lot of things or just starve to lose weight. With this diet that we have, that we follow, I mean, it's a high fat, low calorie carb diet. So the bacon and the eggs and the meats and anything that you want to eat, you can, and you lose the weight. Obviously, if you want to go to the gym and do this, and you're going to see results too. But my daughter, and she hates for me to give that testimony, but she's lost 30 pounds, and she started the same day I did, taking our product also, and she's just started going to the gym probably last week. But she worked at home. She goes to school, so she doesn't have a lot of time to go to gym. But now her transformation is awesome. I wish I could convince her to, let me have a before and after picture, but she would kill me if she'd heard this webinar. But anyway, the product works, and she's 19. She'll be turning 20 here next month, but it works for any ages. If you're a teenager, or if you're young, or if you're 40s or 50s or 60s, it's just, this product works. So you just need to give it a chance, try it out yourself. People will start, seeing the change. Like my trainer, she's like, "What are you doing? I know you're losing weight, you're getting stronger. What kind of products are you guys in?" So it's a matter of doing it yourself, be a product of the product, and then people will start asking you, what are you doing? That's when you tell them, about Sizzle Thin. You tell them about Sizzle Sport, the energy that you get before, during the day. We call it Sizzle Sport, but it's not just meant for people that go to the gym, guys. Anybody that wakes up in the morning and needs a boost of energy, that product is awesome. Has 190 milligrams of caffeine. So just make sure that, I have friends that take it, 3 scoops, in one shot, and they're okay with it. But try to, do it one in the morning, one at night, not at night, or in the afternoon, just to keep the energy up. It won't give you the crash. It's a safe and natural caffeine, not natural products like we have here in this company. So give it a try. The product works. The energy out there, guys, is awesome. We've seen people from everywhere losing 10, 15, 20 pounds. We had a group of 10, our distributors, that got into this before we launched it. And same thing, we had someone that lost over 30 pounds, and it's just all the matter on how you decide to follow this system, because it's not just a product. We have the brochures, we have a catalog, we have a booklet that tells you what to eat, when to eat it, what you need to do exactly every single day in order for you to lose weight and have this product work. So you're not alone. We have calls every Tuesday nights. We might have guests and people giving tips and tricks on what they do to be more successful. So this product works, guys. Thank you so much for having me, Doc. So back to you.
All right. Well, I was one of the 10 that got on it when I first heard about the product. Tom Jr. and I were talking, and he said, "Yeah, he's coming out with its weight loss product." I said, "Get me some." And he said, "Well, we might include you." And 2 weeks later, I got it in the mail, and I got on it. I've lost 25 pounds as of today, and like I think Tim, you were saying that you hit a plateau, and I hit a plateau, and I've been sitting at 25 pounds lost now since last Friday, and so it's been a week. I've been sitting at 25 pounds, but my hunger's totally under control. My energy's up. I feel great. I sleep great. I mean, it's fantastic. So I brought somebody else onto the panel here. Milo, thanks for sharing, and I'll bring you back on in a minute to share the Wealth Builder plan. So hang
Sure.
on 1 second. All right, so Katie, I'm going to bring you on. I know you're not really looking to really lose weight as much as you're looking to kind of use it for toning up and getting the body into shape a little bit more. So I'm not going to share your story. I'm going to let you do that.
Okay, thanks, Kurt. Yeah, so my name's Katie. I'm in Melbourne, Australia, and I thought I'd wanted to try the product. You know, it's always good to try a product and know what it's like before you recommend it. So because we only just got it here in Australia, I did the same as Jen and ordered it from the US and forward shipped it. And so I started taking it for 1 week, and I wanted to see what it would do 1 week without changing my diet. So I don't eat keto style. My diet's typically is a lot of plant-based products. It's quite high fiber, complex carbohydrates, not simple ones. So it's quite a different eating style. I can't really tolerate too much dietary fat. I have a bit of issue digesting fat. So that diet works well for me, but it's really helped, also maintain my weight as well. So I thought I'll start taking the Sizzle Thin in conjunction with what I'm already currently eating and see, if it makes a difference. So after it was like 8 or 9 days, I'd lost 0.4 of a kilo and about 1.5 centimeters off my waist, bearing in mind that I'm already in the healthy range. So I don't really need to lose any weight for optimum health, but I wanted to test the product to see what it can actually do. So I'm actually really excited by those results because I didn't change anything other than add the product. But I'm a type of person, I don't really eat sweets and I don't go have fry food or anything like that. I'm pretty strict, a bit of a Nazi with my own diet. So that worked well, but I've ordered another bottle, and because then I gave the rest to a friend who's been taking it, and she's had good results after a week. She'd lost 2 centimeters off her waist, and so I was really excited by that. So anyway, I purchased some more, and I'm going to try it just for a month. I want to see, and as long as I'm still in the healthy weight range, then that's all good. But I think it's really good to try the product and share it. And I did notice I felt a bit clearer in my thinking and a little bit less stressed too, because it's got that ashwagandha. I think that's how you pronounce it. I might be pronouncing it incorrectly, but that herb that's in there that helps with stress. And we all suffer a lot of stress, and cortisol levels then obviously get affected, which can impact weight loss. So I think it's a great product. I'm really excited, and I'm excited about helping people transform their lives and really improve their health.
You bet. Well, thanks for sharing. Like I said, I know you're not looking to lose a lot of weight, but if you can tone up and you stay on the product for the rest of your life, that's what I try and tell people. Because people they say, well, after I get down to my goal weight, then what? And I tell them just keep taking the product, one in the morning, one at night with your meal, and what that'll do is it'll keep you in that fat burning mode. Right? You don't want to shift back into a sugar burning mode. You want to stay in a fat burning mode. So even when you get down to your goal weight, Katie, what you want to do is you want to stand out. So I'm gonna play a recording, and while that's happening, while I'm playing this recording, I'm gonna bring a photo of Elizabeth onto the screen so you can see what she looks like. And she's lost 11 pounds. So hang on 1 second while I get this set up.
Hey Kurt, it's Liz. Just leaving you a message finally. Wanted to let you know about the weight loss so far. So I started at 172 pounds on, when was that? I'm looking here, on January 11th. And now I'm at 161.4. So that's 10.6 pounds or 6.2% loss so far. So it definitely has slowed down a lot over this last week, but it's still consistently losing. So I'm not really too worried about it. My goal weight is to be around 150 is probably my goal weight. I might even dip down just a little bit past there just so I can rebound a little bit because my body always does. So my goal, I want to be there probably the next 2 months. So obviously I have plenty of time to lose 10 pounds. If I consistently lose about 2 pounds a week is what I'm thinking. So far I've been doing low carb-ish, pretty much low calorie, and I've also been doing the Sizzle Thin along with vitamins. So that's what I've been doing so far, and the discipline definitely keeps me from being hungry during the day, so that absolutely helps. Feel like I'm not drugged down. Feel like my body is more supported, so I do appreciate that. So that's all I got for you. If you have any more questions, reach out to me. Thanks.
So Elizabeth got started here not too long ago, and like she said, she's lost 11 pounds. She's doing really good, feels great, and having fun with it. And she's a nurse and understands the whole idea about dieting and why it works. So with that, I think what we'll do is I had one more testimonial that I've got recorded, but I think what I'll do is I'll save that because I really want to get Milo to share the some things about the wealth builder plan because as we look at this, the weight loss industry is a multi-billion-dollar industry, multi-billion-dollar industry, and you take a look. Jenny Craig and Weight Watchers, both companies just sold. There's new owners of both those companies, and that's because there's money in it. They can buy and sell these companies, and somebody else can make the money off of it. And yeah, and here we got a program that works. You can start your own business with practically zero overhead, practically zero startup costs. So Milo, I'm gonna hand it back over to you if you wanna take over and I'll kind of take us off the screen while you're doing that.
Yeah, so yeah, guys, so I'm not going to do that like a full presentation. I'm just going to let you guys know how easy it is to pretty much make money. We just came out with a weight loss wealth builder pack. So if you guys know what the wealth builder is, it's pretty much a coded bonus for people that aren't in this industry that know what that is. Basically, we pay commissions off of the purchase of one of these packs. So these packs are meant to for people that are just coming into the business, for brand new people, and people that have been in the business and want to qualify. They can order one of these packs as well. That's called a qualifying pack. No matter where or when, you can order that pack, qualify, and then bring in people that purchase the Wealth Builder pack and start earning commissions. So basically, what you need to do is first of all qualify by purchasing a pack. If you are a brand new distributor and you came in with, let's say, a bottle of Sizzle Sport and a bottle of Sizzle Thin, you have 30 days to purchase the Wealth Builder pack. If you wait more than that, you can purchase the qualifying Wealth Builder pack. The only difference between those two packs is the way we pay upline to your personal sponsor. But you get the same price, you get the same PV, and you get the same discount on these packs. So they have like a 40% value. You get a duffel bag, you got brochures, you get water bottle and everything included, just to build your business. And you can share the brochures, share product, do whatever you want with this pack. So obviously, the number one New Year's resolution is lose weight. The number two is probably make money, right? So you can do both by getting into this system. So this system is super easy once you understand it. But the first thing you need to do, like I say, is qualify and then get at least three people that want to do exactly the same thing. They want to lose weight, they want to share the product, and they want to make money. If you bring three people in your first 2 weeks, the company will double your commissions, which usually we pay $50 per person for the first three people that you bring into the business. If you bring them in under 2 weeks from the time that you purchase your own Wealth Builder pack, we will double commissions. So we'll pay $100 per the first three people that you bring in. So we pay it weekly. So we pay every Friday. So that's pretty much what the first goal that you need to pretty much think about on this whole system. We can go on and talk about infinity and all these things. I'm just going to talk to you about how to make money with your first 6. If you want to be in one of these trainings, we have these trainings, live trainings every Monday night at 6 o'clock Utah time. It's a live webinar that I actually get the camera and flip it and put it towards my whiteboard, and I draw it out and explain details on exactly how you pay off. But right now, just to be pretty quick, I'm just going to go up to 6 wide and tell you exactly how much money you can make. So let's say you bring 3 people in under 2 weeks, you make $300 right there. You pretty much get your return on investment. The packs are usually $360, $370 or something like that, plus shipping and tax. So that's the only thing that you need to start to make money using the system. Other companies charge $1,500, $2,000 packs to come in with one of these coded bonuses. Ours is super affordable, $360, $370 to come in and qualify and start making money. So you bring in your first 3, under 2 weeks, you get, $100 each. If you don't bring them in under 2 weeks, we'll still get you'll still receive $50 for the first 3. Now you sign up your 4th person that purchased this pack, and you get $130 by signing up your 4th. You sign up your 5th, you get $130, and you sign up your 6th person, you get $150. After your 6th, through Infinity White, you get $150 from there. So we have people that have 10, 15, 20, 30, 50, 100 people that they bring into this pack because they want to save money, and they all, every time that they sign somebody up after their 6th, they start earning $150 from there on. So like I say, I'm not going to go into details, guys, but who here knows 6 people that need to lose weight and that want to make money at the same time? We all do. Kurt was saying, there's over 70% of the people here in the US were overweight. So that means 2 out of your 3 friends are overweight. You could be one of the 2. You never know. At the same time, you want to tell this to every single one of your friends, right? And start creating little groups. Here in the office, we see what everybody has for lunch. What do you have for lunch? Oh, this is keto friendly, da da da. So we kind of have a little group going on here. It kind of encourages us to see how much did you lose today, and what are you eating, and how are you working out, or what are you doing, whatever. So it helps if you have a little group in your team to kind of talk to each other and see what's working and what's not working. So yeah, guys, so that's the system that we have. Anybody can participate, no matter if you're brand new, or you have some time here in the company. You can still qualify. You can still earn commissions, infinity commissions, just by sharing this simple system. Like I say, if you want more details, Monday night at 6 o'clock, we'll go into more details on this plan. But the good thing about this, guys, is the system. We talked about a system before. Just a little quick story. Before I started going to the gym, I've never in my life have even stepped into a gym because I didn't know how to lift weights. My only source of exercise was basketball. I used to play 3 times a week. I would not miss, an hour and a half. That was my exercise. But then after COVID, that we couldn't play ball, I'm like, now what am I going to do? Well, I came to work. I went home. I spent time with my kids, but I didn't exercise at all. So I started, gaining weight. Now that I went to the gym, and I'm like, okay, I need to start, paying my monthly gym membership and hire my trainer. I need somebody to help me understand how to use those tools that the gym has. I would walk in, I see the treadmill, I'm like, oh, that's easy. I can push a button, I can run, but I can run outside too. There's weights and there's machines that I don't even know, the form, the posture, I can get hurt. So it's a really good thing to have a system. Just like that gym, now that I learn what to do and how to do it, and I see the difference now because I know how to. With the weight loss system that we have, we also have the system. Okay, we have the great products. Those are there. Now, how do I take them? How do they work? When do I take them? How often? That guide will tell you exactly what to do. You just need to purchase that pack, get the guide, and start following the directions there, and you'll see results. Okay, this system, the Wealth Builder or the coded bonus system, is the same thing. We have the system. Sometimes you're like, well, how do I start making money? You just listen to the webinars that we have, and follow the instructions and directions that we give you, and you'll make money. It's as simple as that. So whenever you have a system set up on anything that you do in life, it's going to make it easier for you to be successful on whatever it is that you're doing. So here in Sizzle, we're trying to make it as easy as possible, and make it as user friendly as possible. So anybody that has any interest of losing weight, of making money, of even help you introduce you to other products that we have, not just Sizzle Thin and Sizzle Sport, will help, on your daily lives and routine on how to get, better health and wealth and happiness. So guys, once again, thank you so much for everything. If you guys have any questions, just let us know. We're here to help. You're not alone. And Kurt, back to you.
So I was just going to sum up what you just said. So everybody should go out and find 6 of their friends that are also broke, and then help them find 6 friends who are broke, and help them find 6 that are broke, and you've got yourself a bunch of money coming in, and you're getting skinnier and healthier, and you'll live longer, so you can spend that money that you're making every month.
It's a win-win.
I love it. I love it. Well, Milo, thanks for being with us. Thanks for taking the time to share your story. And I'll make sure and get a hold of your daughter and let her know that you told her story. And thanks for sharing about the Wealth Builder. And for all the other guests that were on sharing your story, you know, sometimes talking about your weight isn't the most comfortable thing in the world. And we all realize that. And you know, and so we appreciate you. And for all of you that joined us on the call, thanks for being here. And those of you that are listening to the recording, thanks for being here as well. Have a good night, everybody. Have a great weekend. Bye-bye.